first indoor adventure in the Four Keeps holiday special for the year 2020. Today is December 28th, 2020, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, including full playthroughs of Ghosts of Saltmarsh, Curse of Strahd, Tomb of Annihilation, as well as Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and a slew of other games, including our Tyrant Security game run by Cyberwolf 1201, and Rime of the Frostmaiden, currently being run by our very own Danae Keener. If you are more of an audiocast inclined individual, hey, guess what? Don't worry. If you go to anywhere audiocasts are made available for free, you can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us on that there Patreon to listen to your answers. The easiest way to ask those questions, Twitch chat to the side, or there's a link to our Discord in the description below this video or audiocast. So you can join us there. And then we will do our best to respond in kind. But if you already support us on Patreon, you already support us on Twitch, YouTube, all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this amazing show even more? Hey, guess what? We got you covered. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, clocks, shower curtains, aprons, and most importantly, as 2020 comes to a close, we also have Tia masks. That's right, we got face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, where all of the proceeds end up going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good show, or help support a good cause, or help support the show, you can go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That's indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my spiel. So, hey, RJ, who you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, he, him, but tonight I'll be playing Caelum, the Shadowkai Wizard Cleric, also he, him.
Hello, I'm LBHackEmUp, and I will be playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter, both she, her.
Hoi! I'm Cyber, he, him, and I'm going to be playing Arjhan, the Draconian Ranger, who also uses he, him.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener, she, her, and I'm going to be playing as Cori under the Eldrin Paladin, she, her.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be your Dungeon Master. So, last we left off, your group had successfully started a revolution in the illustrious fortress, a Fey Dark Fomorian fortress found miles and miles and miles beneath the surface of the Autumn Isle within the Feywild. As you started this revolutionary process, you went into a staged play with the Fomorian leader, the Dyson, where after a showy battle that ended rather quickly, having gone through the 3 different acts of this play, you were able to defeat the Fomorian fortress's leader. It was at that point that your dear friend, Frostmaiden Lair. Yes, I can do that as well. That your dear friend Osmond, the voice of the revolution, let everyone know that they were able to teleport again, and that the time was now. This was your time beneath the surface. And that is when you all felt the air of this entire city change. As the people here began to free themselves from the shackles that bound them previously, now having access to their teleportation magics once again. It was also during this time that Cori landed the finishing blow on the Dyson, and for a brief moment glowed with a strange golden energy that then quickly dissipated. And as the camera sort of swivels around this town, you see that all of these Eladrin that had been told before, hey, guess what? You have rose cheeks, a made-up illness that Cori had delivered upon them, now have weapons and are currently rising up against the people that would try and keep them down. The Eladrin lycanthropes within the Silver Hold are now in the process of spilling out, and you see them coming out of the cave mouth that once held them in a stampede of color, ranging from blues to pinks to greens, just brilliantly colored lycanthropes, all storming out of their cages, looking for just a weensy bit of revenge. And then we go back to our party members here inside of the amphitheater, and the world seems to slow down around you as you watch as the impoverished Eladrin that were there with these Fomorian, with their Fomorian slaveholders begin steadily pulling out arms from hidden belts, that sort of thing. And as they are going to begin assaulting those that would keep them down, snow begins to fall inside of this fortress, and you guys can hear what sounds like bells. And there is a strong bluster of wind that seems to course through this amphitheater and begins to wrap around each of the four of you. And this is something that has happened to you several times before now at this point. And you are all feeling your corporeal senses begin to lighten. And there is a flash of light. And the next thing you know, you are on this rather large, cumbersome-looking sled. 2 seats in the front, 2 seats in the back, being pulled by what looks like a centaur-shaped creature, who turns around and looks at you, and you can see they are just chiseled. They have straight, rippling chest, big, white, flowy beard, a little red hat along their head, and who could it be but Santaur, the friend that you have made from the Holiday Nexus all these years? And he greets you all with a jovial smile as you are all coursing through this interdimensional space before you come to a halt. And you are inside of the Holiday Nexus Fortress, the place where Santaur does most of his dispersal for gifts, that sort of thing. Previous year that you had been here, it was actually in a little bit of a disarray as a piece of automation software that Santaur had developed named HAL had actually gotten a little bit out of sorts and caused quite a disturbance for the inhabitants of the Holiday Nexus. But as this sled comes to a stop, Santaur looks back towards you and kind of like undoes the stirrups that he has on his chest to allow him to pull this large sleigh and just, well, it's good to see all of you. Happy holidays. I know it's been a while. Gwen! And he like leans down on his front hooves to give you a big hug and picks you up, sets you back down.
Divine sense.
Fucking Faye. 110%.
See, Cori, I told you he was real.
Cori is sus.
Santaur, what do you want now?
Well, is there any way to greet our best friend?
Santaur looks at all of you. All right, so it's not necessarily what I'm wanting. And you all hear a thud come from the underside of the sleigh. Santaur just, what the hell? And he kind of like clops over. He reaches down and you hear him drag something and then pull something up by a leg. And it is Baba Farrell, the night hag that actually helped you escape. And she's just sort of like,
Oh my god.
Grandma
I know
got
where
run
you're-
over by a reindeer.
I know where you're going with this, you goddamn beautiful creature.
what is
what are
this?
That would be a night hag.
She's
Just
chill down.
Big grin, full of pointy teeth, and just
Is she frozen?
No, she's like animated with all of you. She
Oh.
seems to have hopped on for a ride and just. Look, there was a lot of revolution going on back there that was just starting. I may have done some not great things. I will admit to that. And I didn't want to end up with a knife in my belly.
Fair.
Wait, can
Cori.
other people see whenever this shit happens? I sort of thought that it was,
Just
out
us.
of time.
And then Santaur squints. Normally they're not able to. And she just sort of like, eh.
Cori hops down off of her sled, or off of, not her sled, gosh. This is my sled now, baby. No, she's gonna hop down off of the sled, and like kind of walk over, sort of like thumbs in her belt, like don't worry, citizens, I'll take care of this. And she walks up to Santaur and says, hello there, I am Cori. I am the Caelum of the Fallen Leaves.
Oh, you're full Caelum now. Good for you. Well, we've met before.
Has he let down Baba Farrell yet?
No, he's still holding her up. He doesn't, like... You guys, like, have you explained the situation with this?
Indeed. Baba Farrell is a dear friend of ours. I would appreciate it if you let her down.
And she just sort of, like, nods, but she's being held upside down, and it's difficult to nod at that point, so he just gingerly sets her back down. She, like, pads the ground with her hands, rights herself up, kind of brushes herself off. She says, I'm attuned to more Fae-style magics, as close to Night Hag as I am yet. I saw
Night
that...
hags can walk into the ethereal plane. It's not surprising that she might have some insight into these sorts of things.
All right, so we'll just have witches for Christmas. It's fine.
Just the one.
It's a Christmas witch.
Just the one. Just me.
You guys have seen one of those.
So, like, why? Oh, right. Sorry. Revolution.
I didn't want to
You
get
wanna get
stabbed. That's a pretty good reason as to why.
Yeah, she's chill, Santaur. We'll vouch for her.
Wait, what were you
Anyway.
guys doing this time?
Viva la revolution.
Yeah, we're freeing a bunch of people.
Stuff that
Liberating
may have
other
gotten us on the naughty
people.
list. Anyway, you needed something.
Not naughty. I was liberating my people from slavery.
That is the exact opposite of a naughty list thing. Also, what is a naughty list?
Wait, you don't have one of those?
No, I had one that was part of Hal. And then I kind of threw that whole thing out.
I've been good all year. Why?
For the sake of being good in your heart?
Guess.
Isn't that reward enough?
No. No?
I'm sorry.
Wait, why are we here?
Well, that's what Arjhan was actually trying to ask.
Sorry.
No, it's, all right, you might all want to take a seat for this.
We just got out of the sleigh.
I prefer to stand.
Standing is good too.
Plop.
All right, so as you all know, well, most of you, anyways, this is the first time I think I've had all of you here at once. It's weird. As you all know, the holidays can be pretty hectic. I do my best to make sure that everyone who still abides by the holidays is rewarded for their kind actions every year. Well, multiverses expand and things were getting a little hectic. It was getting to work, well, the workload was getting to be a little bit too much for my holiday goblins to keep up with, especially since a couple of years ago they started talking about unionizing. I didn't really know how I think it was actually you who brought that up. Why did you tell them about unions? It doesn't matter. It was getting to be a little bit too much, so I did the only rational thing that I could do to ensure that presents could be delivered to everyone in the multiverse on the same morning. I recruited the other Santaurs to help. Big, small, bipeds, and even my equivalent from Mechanus. We formed a coalition, a grouping that stood for kindness, love, affirmation, unity, and serenity, or CLAWS for short. And together, we at CLAWS set to work, and before we knew it, we had things down to a T. Presents were getting made, our staff was able to enjoy time off as our combined resources were now more than enough to allow others to spend time with their loved ones. But that's when they came. One thing that you will find from all of us in CLAWS is big beard, thick hair, rosy cheeks, and regardless of where we come from, these are common traits. The fact that he had none of those things should have been the first to tip us off. He was bald, clean-shaven, and a smile as wicked as black ice. This betrayer came to us with the promise that they would be able to ensure that all of our presents could all be delivered with minimal overhead. Yes, Caelum.
It's Arillo, isn't it?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay. I thought because, well, that makes things a little bit better. Maybe.
No, this man's name was Jeff.
Okay, everybody. My name is Arjhan. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch.
It was...
He could have given a false name. Arillo is wise enough to know you should never give your name to a fae.
Who was Arillo again?
the
He
thread
owns,
twister.
Things that make you say wow.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I did that job for him. Oh, sorry.
Oh, gosh. Ah, God. Everything's
Okay.
fine.
He came to us with the promise that he would be able to ensure that our presents were all delivered with minimal overhead. And it was like the Nexus has seen our turmoil and had given us a boon for expedited shipping. So we agreed to the betrayer's terms. That was when their first shipment vessels
Oh my
came in.
God.
Oh no.
I'm so
Indoor,
upset.
you know we're streaming on Twitch,
Yeah.
right?
I do?
This is
Merry
fine.
fucking
Christmas.
love you so much.
No, that's why I want to
Please
sign
continue.
off.
No, go on. I'm listening. Stream like no one's watching, big guy.
The first of their shipment vessels came in the dead of night. It pierced our skies with a spear-shaped hull that curled towards the back like an enormous crustacean. Having been guided to the Nexus by my own hubris, we sent ambassadors to speak with the inhabitants of the vessels, but few returned unchanged. Their minds had turned to ideas of profit margins and warehouses. It was as if something had been taken over from the inside in that floating vessel. Then another vessel came, and another, and another. I had been so focused on trying to get together all of these gifts in time with the promise of 2-day shipping that I failed to see that what had been happening right underneath my ruddy cheeks. The only thing that had been delivered to our door was that of an invasion force.
Oh my God, it sounds so serious, Santaur.
And Santaur goes over to like a port-style window and motions with a hand towards it. See for yourself the damage that Jeff has wrought to the Holiday Nexus. And looking up in the sky, off in the distance, you see 3 ships that are floating high above the ground where ships have no right to be. And true to Santaur's word, they do curl in the back almost like a crustacean, some sort of helix-based creature. And towards the front, coming out of this large shell, you see what looks like a large spear that has come together from several massive tendrils. And there are twin sets of red glowing lights on each of these. And Baba Farrell comes up, and you see her eyes narrow as she looks at these things. And you hear her say the phrase, nautiloid.
Are you telling me that you saw 3 ships come sailing in on that day in the morning?
I saw one ship. When I awoke, 2 more ships were there.
Does the word nautiloid ring a bell?
For Cori, Arjhan, and Gwen, I want you all to make history checks. Caelum, you aren't able to because you were passed out during the arc where these would have been present.
11.
6. Things are back to normal. I'm not in the Feywild.
I rolled a 19, so 18.
Okay, so
Oh God.
Arjhan, you have heard this phrase before. You are familiar with what or at least like what a nautiloid is. You had heard of them before, and now you have like a visual representation. A nautiloid is a space astral faring vessel that is like a delivery vessel for mind flayers, for illithids. Gwen, you were paying close attention to everything while you were in the astral sea, because holy fuck was that like danger central. Your danger sense barbarian powers were firing off at everything. So you picked up a lot of information that you may or may not necessarily have like readily available to you, but like deep down, you have heard or at least overheard, especially from the Githyankies, Bill and Ted, that this was that these ships are no good. These are bad times. And Santaur just sort of like looks very down on himself.
Gwen just says, by the gods, Bill and Ted were right. These things, they're so dangerous. They bring the illithid.
Oh.
Like this is, you guys don't remember that?
No.
Of course, that was the most excellent adventure.
Yes. The mind flares, they like control minds and shit.
Right.
Sort of. I lost a lot of blood right after that.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Didn't we fight a beholder that looked kind of like a starfish?
With the gooey dude?
Yes?
No,
No, that was in the in the fireplace.
I don't
Look.
remember any of this.
Oh shit, that's right. You were not there. That was your simulacron. You were a goo person.
Oh, no, he wasn't a simulacrum. That was gone by then.
A cinnamon lacron.
A cinnamon.
Timeline is confusing.
Whether he was a cinnamon lacron or not, it doesn't matter. They
the
got a problem now.
Albajon, the fellow with the mask, was there.
Oh, right. Where did he go?
Hmm.
Huh. Anyways, we have to kill these guys, right? Or drive them off?
What we need to do right now.
Right.
Well, as far as what you need to do right now, if any of you are injured or at rest, I don't think that it could get much worse than it already has been. So you are more than welcome to take seat and formulate some form of plan to fight off these things.
And possibly take a rest of a length.
You can rest for as long as you wish here. As long as you stay within the tower, you should be safe.
And you hear what sounds like metal against stone, and they look like the spitting image of Santaur if Santaur were made of brass, and had two little green lights where their eyes should be. Their mouth does not move as they speak, and they say, "Ho, ho, ho," and greetings. Then, "Mechanus Santaur!" And Santaur goes over and, like, gives a big hug to this mechanical Santaur. And the Santaur of Mechanus says, I have created a force shield around this tower. This is the last bastion in the Holiday Nexus that is safe from, well, you have seen the shipment vessels, have you not?
Yeah.
A drastic oversight on our behalf. Have you any experience with creatures such as these?
No, not
Ish.
really.
A little.
But don't worry. We can take anything, especially for Santaur. If we have the Santaur spirit, we can do it.
Didn't you lose that?
Huh?
Santaur says.
What's what?
When you say as long as we have the Santaur spirit, he like pointedly motions towards Cori and says, didn't you lose that?
Oh, yes, you did. You did lose the holiday spirit. But don't worry. We can get it back. You can have the holiday spirit again in your heart. Probably not the transforming part, but like...
It's been a hard year, Gwen.
I know it's been a hard year.
Well, okay, let's... You know, we just got out of, a fight leading the revolution. How about we, take some time, eat cookies, drink milk, or eggnog or whatever, and come up with a plan.
We have installed a bathhouse, should you so choose to rest in warm waters.
A bathhouse episode on the holiday episode.
My God.
It's a lot.
I just
All
need
right.
I just need a nap.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a long rest, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would also like to point out that you are all still in your stage makeup.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's clean up and then rest.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I have just one question that's not important. Is Fang here?
And Mechanus, Clockwork Santaur looks towards normal Santaur and just like arms up, and Santaur says,
I wasn't able to find him this year.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
D&D Jesus, what happened to him?
I don't know. There are many people in Shroudport that I can no longer deliver gifts to.
Is it the magic thing? We need to go there, guys. It's been a long time.
I got your boyfriend on it.
Well, yeah. Maybe I want to see him.
Well, he should be fine at least. He doesn't use any magic. One
All
thing
right.
at a time. We're already doing something in the middle of doing something else.
Right.
Santaur's plural. If you happen to have anything like a telescope or binoculars, maybe during this time I can take a look at the nautiloids from this far away.
Speaking of plural, exactly how many of you are there?
and Santaur says,
There were 8 of us in total.
Were?
Some of us went to the nautiloids to try and find out what it is their intentions were. They did not come back filled with holiday spirit.
Oh.
But they came back?
and he sort of nods, and Clockwork Santaur says, there were some horses that had to be put down.
Oh, damn. Cori gives Santaur a sympathetic look.
And Santaur just sort of like nods, takes a deep breath, and then
even deeper breath and says, "All right, well, let me show you to the bath chambers if you are willing to at least take a rest." I don't know what all of this is. This new? Is it permanent? I don't want to try.
Revolution.
We were in the middle of something, Santaur.
I'll make sure
Tell
to
you
put
the
you back
story.
right where you were.
Okay, cool.
Much appreciated.
It'll be really cool when we come back and we're not in those outfits. These wooden shoes are killing my feet. That's all I have to say.
Clop, clop, clop.
Yep.
She like shuffles off.
So, Baba Farrell is left to speak with Clockwork Santaur about possibly procuring a telescope, binoculars, or some sort of vision piece for Caelum to observe the nautiloids. And the rest of you are brought down to what looks like a communal bath area. It's not separated at all. It is just one large open bath, as was the case back at the bath that you took in Shroudport. There's a set of 4 matching robes that are set up, sized roughly for individuals of your stature. There are actually large slits on the back of the one for Arjhan to make room for him wingies. They're of a deep, like pine green color, and then have a golden trim on them. And again, they are matching. Do with that as you will. But then there are also like nice oils and soaps and everything like that for this group bath, should you so choose.
So, plan. We determine when the drivers of the ships take a bathroom break, and then we'll
Right.
sneak on whenever they're away.
Well, as Gwen's getting undone. So yeah. But like, what if they don't take breaks? What if they're so like heartless that they just like they're all about profit margins, right? So like, what if they like?
I mean, with the implications of what the Santaur were saying, they allow people onto the ships and then they get drained when they come out. So I guess we have a free in that point, but then it's going to be a fight and Caelum's like stripping.
I mean, is there a physical way to get up there? I know I can fly, but
Well, I
Can't we
cast-
all fly?
I mean, if Caelum uses spells,
I mean, it's only one spell for 3 people. It's not bad. Our objectives are to what? Find the presents, make sure they're safe, destroy the ships? Question mark.
Yeah. I wonder if we can make up a system where we have like 3 objects that we can like plug into the ships, and if they're all connected, we destroy them.
I was thinking just go to the helm and then fly one ship into the other.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay. All right. Cool. We get to fly a ship. You know, I was really good at flying that machine in the hells.
right. Eventually I need to go back there and actually, do that for myself.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, right.
sorry.
You weren't there.
Wait, which time was this in the hells?
When we had that big machine that we like drove around, and I got to drive it.
I think it was the simulacrum.
Oh, sorry. It was really cool. I got to meet his god. She was hot.
I did get to smite through that machine. That was the most powerful I've ever felt.
Huh.
Cori, I have a question.
Hmm?
Are you joining in the group bath with your friends?
Yes, of course.
All right, cool. So,
What? What's going
Arjhan
on?
and Caelum, what are both of your passive perceptions again?
18.
17.
17 and 18?
15.
15.
Jesus.
All 3 of you notice that Cori's reflection in the water as she is also enjoying this bath with you, her reflection's missing its face. That's it.
That seems like a later thing.
That wasn't just me?
Nope.
Cool. Hey, Cori, can you wash my hair again, please?
Come on over here.
She just floats over.
Comb.
Now that she's a confident swimmer.
Oh, bless.
Okay,
Character growth.
So we'll fly on the ships, and under false pretenses, say what?
We would like to talk to your leader, as cliched as that sounds.
We are going to speak to the manager.
Oh my gosh, can I do it again?
Do what again?
Speak to the manager. You were there. Remember when
Absolutely.
how I got us in the city?
Gwen will ask to see the manager. Hopefully that will take us to the helm or the presence of the captain, and then we'll just start firing.
I mean, it worked last time with the hags.
All right.
Why is Baba Pharaoh like? Can we use her?
That seems rude.
No, I mean she's here. We got the extra resources. She's good at shit. Maybe we could get her to read their minds to figure out what's actually going on.
Isn't that something that you can
Hags
do,
do
Caelum?
That's what she did.
Ah, right. It's more of a process for me, but I can try.
Is anyone else worried about Fang?
I'm worried for everyone in Shroudport.
Yeah. Well, we should go back there because now we're big shits and we can like go in there and fuck everything up and put it back to where it should be.
Even if we don't have magic?
Gwen like motions to herself.
Gwen,
What?
your spirits are a type of magic.
Necromancy, to be precise.
No, they're not.
As they're having this conversation, before anyone can turn to Caelum, he just sinks under the water, and then the boat will stop.
It's fine.
Right? Grayskull, they're not magic, right? You're not magic. I'm not doing magic, right?
Is this considered magic? I like to
don't
think
know.
that our friendship is a style of magic.
It is magic. I love you, buddy.
I love you too.
Happy Christmas.
Happy holidays!
Sorry, what were we talking about?
Getting on the ship.
Right. That's the easy part. Getting off the ship is going to be the hard part.
Not if we have another fly spell.
Right. Okay,
A
getting
thumb
off the
comes
ship is
out
going to
of
be
the water.
getting off the ship's going to be the hard or the easy part. Getting on the ship's going to be also the easy part.
Getting out of the ship is going to be hard.
Right.
You know,
This
while
goes-
it's exploding.
If this goes the same way that it did last time we faced illithids, it'll be fine. We just need to get in there, fight them, destroy the ships, get out. Simple.
Can't they do brain control stuff?
Yep.
Oh. Huh. Can we protect against that? You know what? Do I have something for that?
You have a ring of mind shielding.
I do.
Since when?
To protect her from the night terrors she was having.
Oh.
I made it for her.
Oh, but which one do I get rid of? I'm not going to get rid of any of my weapons. Fuck it.
They're definitely going to want Caelum's tasty brains.
I mean, you're the smartest of all of us. Looks to Arjhan, shakes her head. Just kidding. Okay, so we have a plan. It will probably change as soon as we get inside.
Absolutely, but you know, we have a script to reference.
Right. Okay, cool.
We finish our BF.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get all nice and clean. And then you are more than welcome to take either a short or a long rest while you are here inside of this tower.
I would like a long rest if we have time.
I hit the long rest button.
Okay, cool. We shall just say, for the purposes of the passage of time, this is a magical spa. You are able to gain the benefits of a long rest through the spa.
It's
Yay!
a Hollow Knight spa.
I will also attune to the Ring of Mind shielding
Okay.
and disattune to the Echo Shard Gauntlet.
Oof, I'm gonna prepare some spells.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my blood die. 14.
Caelum?
Hmm.
We all did something.
He's observing the ships.
Yeah. Observing the ships, what are you looking for necessarily?
Ways in. Are there like any movements on the deck that I should note of? Is that too far away to see, even with the telescope?
Movements on deck, and entrances onto the ship. Make a perception check.
17.
Okay, with a 17, you know that each of these ships has a landing dock that you are guessing also doubles as a loading dock. And as far as movement on the helm, you can see that there's not much in terms of movement on the deck itself, but it seems like the actual deck, like these tendrils underneath it, seem to kind of move and flex in their own way, almost as if they are alive.
Bubba Farrell was the one who said nautiloid, right?
Yes.
I'll ask her about that. Are nautiloids crewed by anyone? Their tendrils seem almost alive.
And she says, nautiloids are typically, well, manned, if you can call them that, by anywhere between 5 to 30 some odd crew members. It really depends on if it is a invasion force, if they are gearing up for war, or if it's just a scouting party. If they have geared for war, that is most likely going to fall more on the filled side of crew staff. My guess, based off of what these two gentlemen have been telling me, is that, well, you also will most likely have to worry about their missing counterparts. Said that they went up to the ships. Some came back, some did not.
All right. You seem to have intimate knowledge about these kind of things, if you don't mind me asking.
I like to read. I like to learn, and there are certain things that even those in the hells are afraid of.
I wonder. I wonder if we could contact the Githyanki.
Do you know any Githyanki?
I know their queen.
That would probably be an excellent person to contact for something like this.
Now, sending or contact other plane.
That's entirely
Probably
up to
sending.
you.
Yeah. Let's try and not go insane tonight. Oh, Lord, I forgot her. Well, I'm going to tell the rest of the party that Caelum's going to try to contact the Githyanki Queen to help us out in this situation.
The what?
The Lich Lady. The one who helped me.
Blacketh?
Yes.
How do you remember all this shit?
Because I've been watching a lot of Baldur's Gate 3.
Is that bad? Why are you asking us? I'm more concerned that you're asking us, I'm not gonna lie, than who it is.
Because every time I try to go with a plan and don't tell you about it first, you get mad at me when there's consequences. So I'm going to tell you now. Let's try to contact the Githyanki, who specialize in attacking illithids, to help us out with this.
I do absolutely hate illithids.
And when shit goes sideways, you can't yell at me for not knowing.
Okay, but how could it go sideways?
They also become indoctrinated to the nautiloids and attack us.
Oh,
Well, either that or just, the queen really hates being contacted, maybe. I don't know.
okay.
She
You
might
know
think
what?
it's insolent. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth a shot. Either that or possibly contacting Rasa, the red dragon.
That could work too.
Caelum, I just want to say I have no idea what's going on, but I'm very proud of you for coming to us with this instead of just doing it. I think open dialogue is the most important thing, and I think we're all growing.
Right. Excuse me.
Are you doing this before or after you take a long rest?
Before, because that way I
Thank you.
can at least refresh my fucking spell slots.
This is when you guys are still just kind of like hanging out in the spa.
D100, right?
Yeah.
Don't roll 59. I think that's over.
I believe sending. Let me check. So there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. So yeah, as long as you didn't roll 0 through 5, we're good.
Lady Valaketh, this is Caelum. We've encountered some illithids in force. We request your assistance humbly. Caelum.
The message that you receive is, firstly, I am queen. Second, you give no location, yet expect assistance. Pitiful. Where is this hunting ground?
55, which is good. I only have 25 words. Now I'm using them to spite you. No.
This is how we die.
Yeah. Holiday Nexus. What's the tower called?
Santaur's Tower.
Santaur's Tower. 3 nautiloids. What other pertinent information?
Apologize and call her queen, please.
7
No.
words left.
Apologies, Your Grace.
Go fuck yourself. No.
But say it in a sassy voice, like apologies.
Does sending
Excuse me, princess.
Princess. Does sending go through intonation as well?
Yeah, it's you sending them these words. It's not like you speak these words and then Microsoft Sam shows up on the other end being like, hello, my queen. I have found nautiloids.
It's clippy.
Yeah, just boop.
I see you're having a problem with nautiloids. I can help you with that. Where was I? 7 words left. My apologies, Your Grace. Or my queen. I don't know if she wants to be addressed as such.
You are learning. Good. I shall send ample reinforcements. This shall be your gift.
Walks back to the bath. So let's convert the mission to a rescue of the presence instead, because they are going to scorch and burn these nautiloids.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Do they have a way to get to the Holiday Nexus? Like, do they know where that is?
You met the
Cosmically.
queen, right?
They live in the astral plane.
I know, but even
probably
we had a hard time getting back to the material plane from the astral plane.
Yeah, but they're like super powerful, right? Didn't she send us back?
With the confidence And the wording ample force, I assume she knows where we are.
Very well. Then we convert this to getting the presents, and that is it. You still have that hole?
Was I able to retrieve it after dumping the weapons?
Yeah. I would
Yep.
think so.
Just emptied it.
Empty it, fold it back up, stuff it in the pocket.
Great.
Got a plan.
Well, whenever you are all ready.
On the good ship, lollipop.
All right, let's go.
Okay. And you all sit around being like, all right, let's go. Let's do this. And nothing friendly appears in the sky just yet. There is going to be a little bit of waiting time for your reinforcements to arrive.
I mean, I assume that if we take a long rest and then go up to the ship at a dramatically appropriate time, there will be explosions.
Yes. All right. So, with that, you are all going to be setting out from the from Santaur's fortress, trudging back out into the snowy reaches, going in the direction of the nautiloids, or are you planning on going to a separate location and meeting up with your Yankee backup first?
Nothing was specified, correct?
No, just figured I would ask.
I think we just go on the ship.
All right, cool. So as you are making your way through this frozen north, thankfully it is a pretty easy trip. You have, well, 3 large markers in the sky to denote where you are actually supposed to go. And it is, as you are like making your way across, you start seeing that there are goblinoid figures that are wearing what look like little holiday costumes that you note, like, you have seen creatures like this before. They're actually fairly common here. These are the workers of Santaur's fortress, and they are scared. And they say that some of them have not been acting right, and they don't know why. Many more of them have made their way onto the ships. And again, these small creatures do not know why. And when you continue through the woods, having talked to them, you're guessing that aboard each of these ships are not just the Illithid, but those that have been deemed easy enough to control, to board onto these ships as well. And once you get to this kind of opening in the glen beneath these nautiloids, how do you hail them? How are you making your presence known that you would request access up on these fields?
Gwen, I think that was your go.
Can I cast Thaumaturgy on Gwen to turn her voice up?
Yes.
Sorry.
Is this thing on?
Excuse me. Hello up there. I would like to speak to management, please.
There is a pause, and then you see what looks like a solid column of light extend down from the centralmost ship that then lands onto the ground. And there is a slight bluster of snow that seems to coil up and around the central point of this column. And you see a humanoid figure that then apparates from this small bluster. Their fingers are steepled in front of them. They are wearing a rather snugly fitting black suit with a white undershirt. They are bald, beardless, and they just have this disarming smile on their face. And they sit there looking towards you and say, "I'm sorry. Who are you?"
No, I'm sorry. Who are you?
"You have requested for management, and here I am."
What's your name?
"You may call me Jeff."
Hello, Jeff. My name is Gwen. I have concerns, and I would like to speak to you about them.
"Well, I am here."
Wonderful. My concerns have to do with your 2-day shipping and how unreasonable that sounds. I mean, why not next day if you're doing it so quickly?
"That is a service that we offer."
Really?
"Yes."
Oh, that's not bad.
"For an additional
Okay.
fee."
Oh, I see. Well, I am suspicious of this, and I don't know a lot about magic, and I know that there's all these things, but I need to see it for myself before I buy into this.
"That is it?"
Yes, I would like to see your operations, please.
And he pulls out what looks like a bauble of some sort. It looks like a small horse that he has in his hand. And he makes a motion with his free hand over said horse. And it disappears. And then it reappears behind you with a little into the snow. Imagine this upon a grand scale.
Look, I understand how magic works, but how are you storing all of these presents up there? I need to see your operations if I know what's going on. Like, I understand that magic is a thing, but you know what? I'm a barbarian and I don't know how it works. So you can't just show me some sort of thing and I understand it.
So you request to gain access to our storage so you may see how our operation works. Yet you claim that even if you were to see it, you would not understand it.
Well, I feel like if I have a better understanding of what it looks like, then I can see what you're doing on a large scale. I'm sorry, are you the one in charge? Because I could go higher with this.
I am ample enough management for you to communicate to. If you would like, I can project this into your mind.
Looks at the others like, is that a thing that he can actually do?
Yeah.
Can I divine sense him?
Sure.
Please tell me what divine she gets from design.
No celestial fiend or undead from this guy.
Okay. I would like to use... Shit, never mind. So I was going to use Primeval Awareness because I would get aberrations, dragons, elementals on top of that. But all it does is tell me yes or no.
Yeah.
And
you don't know how many.
We know that there are aberrations on the ship. So.
I sense danger nearby.
I do.
Okay, no, I don't feel comfortable with you going into my mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. Can we get a tour or something? Is that something that you could do?
I would be able to grant you a tour.
Solid. I mean, yes, please. I mean, yes.
However,
do that.
We are in the process of preparing for our shipments. Perhaps you would be better suited to come back at a less busy time for us.
Hey, Caelum, do you have detect thoughts?
Concentrate on it. Yeah. he's gonna try it out.
Cause like maybe we can just like ask him where the presents are, and you could probe the answer to that question.
Can I surreptitiously cast Detect Thought?
Sure.
Arjhan, just say the word and I can have all of us up there. At a moment's notice.
Like Caelum do one thing, and then we're probably gonna need to run.
Oh, Caelum!
What he done did.
Oh, just in case for a surreptitious natural 20.
For detect thoughts?
Because he's doing it, there's a vocal, somatic, and material component to it. So I said he was going to do it surreptitiously. So I figured there was going to be like a roll.
stealth roll.
Gotcha.
Stealth.
So, perception. You are able to stealthily do a detect thoughts. However, as you do this, Jeff just looks at you.
Oh no.
You do not belong there.
Look, Jeff, we just need to know where the fucking presents are.
Motions towards the ships.
Specifically.
And why is that, tall one?
What did you mean by tall one?
I'm
He is
tall.
the tallest of all of us who stand here. You have not introduced your names to me, therefore I only have physical features to go off of.
Santaur really thought he was one of them?
I am a Santaur.
So you're a machine?
No. That is only Mechanus Santaur.
Cori. If you would like, now would be the time.
Absolutely. Snaps her fingers and casts Scatter to teleport us 4 to surround him.
Okay. Okay.
I thought we were transporting up to the ship. So Gwen's like,
I don't-
yeah.
I
Oh
don't-
shit.
I was imagining him like doing a Romeo and Juliet like up from on top of a thingamajig. Is that not?
No, he came
No,
down
he-
and was
Oh,
on
he
the
came
ground.
down. Okay, we're going up then. Bye.
Okay. Sounds good. So you have all what is the distance for scatter?
It is 120 feet.
Okay, yeah. You are all able to get up to the deck of this ship. And there is a moment as you cast this spell from the Ring of Wraith, that you see Jeff's eye, like his brow furrows and his glare narrows towards you. And
When we go up, Cori's gonna like shove some snow off of the edge of the building to try and like drop it on top of him.
okay. Roll a
Faithful.
percentile die.
Uh-oh. $33.
A 33. The snow misses him. And it seems like it's right about to hit him, but then he just stares at the snow and it shifts out of the way. But you are all now on the surface of the Nautiloid. You see that there is the deck that you are currently on. There is a strange looking door. It's hard to describe it as a door. There's no like handle or seams where it would open, but it seems more like a constricted opening of sorts. Almost like, again, some sort of creature were alive that would then allow you into it.
A sphincter? We're
the
looking
door's
at
a
a sphincter
sphincter.
right now.
Kind of like a butthole, yeah.
Sphincters are
Not specifically a butthole, but a sphincter.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
It's more science related this way. There's no poo. So,
your
Or-
esophagus is a sphincter.
could be.
God damn it.
No, it is.
So, do you just like rush up to this sphincter and hope that it opens for ye?
It's usually how it works
Yes.
in video games.
Happy holidays, everybody! Let's just say, for the sake of argument, it do. And you are all allowed into this ship. It is at this point, looking inside, that it is a long hallway that actually has an opening on the floor, maybe about 30 feet down, that goes down to a separate floor. And then there is also a doorway on the, or not a doorway, but like kind of an entrance hallway on the left-hand side as well. But the hallway does just sort of extend down towards the back, but none of this is lit. It is all dark in here. So thankfully, Gwen has her night vision goggles that she can turn on. Arjhan, you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you are all able to see in this darkness, but it looks like this hallway extends past the range of your vision.
Okay. Just based off of the shape of the ship, like, would it make sense that Arjhan would assume that a cargo hold would be like toward the lower back of the boat?
You would be guessing based off of your understanding of other vessels that yes, that would probably be where the Prezzies are located.
Can we try and navigate in that direction?
Yeah, you definitely can. So
I mean, we'd have to fight with alien architecture, but like,
yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah, so as you are making your first steps into the hallway of the Nautiloid, that is where we are going to go into our break for the evening. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody who has decided to stop by. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go to a place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, and we will see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. And we're back.
Ring, ting, 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 ding, a bong, ding, ding, bang, a bong, boom.
Someday,
Something better, say
never
that
get with you.
Aw. Happy holidays, everybody, from the good crew here on our Four Keeps game. I love you guys. So, you have all just said fuck you to the eldritch horror known as Jeff. Transported yourselves up onto the deck of the Nautiloid, ran inside the ship's sphincter. It's still really funny to me that that is what that muscle is. And you have made your way into that hallway where you are planning on descending down into the toy storage area. Are you planning on doing so stealthily? Is this a guns blazing operation, standard for keep status? What is the gist here?
This feels pretty guns blazing to me.
Yeah, I think we've already put the ship on high alert.
We've shot our shot, man.
All right, cool. So the ship is indeed on high alert. Are you planning on, and you are planning on descending downward, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you will notice that there is not there aren't ladders here. It seems like the creatures that inhabit these places, as you have come to know, don't actually need to climb anything, as they typically will just float. And it seems like the ship is, as it is made by these creatures, has no need for ladders. So looking down, you can see that it is a straight hole that goes down for about 15 feet or so that leads onto the next deck down. And looking at where it is, with your dark vision, you see that there are, well, who's actually leading this charge going in?
I could.
Okay. So Arjhan, as you are going into this area, you see that there are actually 3 of these illithid creatures that are already in this chamber. So I'd like for everybody to roll initiative.
23.
11.
23. Caelum got an 11. Gwen, what'd you get?
A slutty 20.
Ooh.
Okay. And Cori.
8.
A respectful 8.
A respectful 8.
Okay. So then with these, just got to sort range. All right. So first off, Arjhan.
I would like. Sorry, I'm eating chocolate.
'Tis the
Ooh.
holidays. Nights in the courtyard. What kind? I'm curious.
That's a very good question for Nights in the Courtyard. I'll explain in our after show.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna take some shots. Cause I get a few.
Okay.
Yeah, Hunter's Mark first off. And then for my first shot, 31.
Okay.
Oh shit! What is Hunter's Mark? Hunter's Mark is a D6. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so 20 points of damage on the first one.
20 points of damage for the first.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15. Let me check. A 15 just hits.
That was with the 2. This is going to be for 18 points of damage. And for my third, a 16 is going to hit for 19 points.
Okay. Sounds good. They are still alive, but looking very weary at this point. So then next up in the initiative order, Gwen. Gwen Arjhan has just dropped down into the second chamber. Brat fired off some shots to start off the evening, but you are following close behind and are able to jump down to the next floor.
Cool. I would like to tiny rage, please.
Okay.
She's gonna jump down upon someone with the runt axe and do a heckin' attack.
Do you want to be attacking the same one that Arjhan has been blasting, or do you want to hit up a new one?
No, because I respect kills.
Looks like
I'll do it recklessly.
you don't have a crossbow, but those were some shots fired. Make your attacks.
I
I'll
respect
do it-
action economy.
Yes.
All right, 2 attacks. The first one is 29.
Yep.
The second one is only 20.
Only. A combined 20? Or like a
20
natural
total.
20? Okay, cool. I didn't know if you were sandbagging in a nat 20.
No. I rolled an 8.
Gotcha. Okay.
Does it hit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. The first hit is 17. The second hit is also 17.
Okay. Sounds good. They're also still up. Not looking very excited about all this. Okay, so then next up is Caelum.
Sure. When he gets down there, he's going to cast Steel Wind Strike from Flutter. 24 for 24 force damage.
Yep.
25 for 21 force damage.
And you're doing it on all three of them?
It has to be separate, yeah.
Okay.
And a natural 20 for 50 force damage.
How much was on the second one?
21.
Okay. Well, you killed the one that Arjhan was blasting. And then you said the critical was how much?
50 points of force damage.
Okay. Sounds good. So that is fine. So there are 2 left over. Cori, you guys all rolled higher than my monsters in the initiative order.
Amazing. What are we attacking?
Mind flayers.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
dropped down to the second layer of the ship. There were 3 of them. One of them got blasted. The other, Gwen put a series of deep axe wounds into, and then Caelum just came in and did a quick wreck.
Okay, I don't know if I've flavored it like this in the past, but it's what I'm going to start doing from now on. Cori's going to use her Ring of Wraith to cast Lightning Bolt. As she does so, she summons the sword, and it just spins in front of her, and then she just kind of like, claws her hands around it in a spinning motion, and it just sort of like spins a little bit faster, and then just shoots off a lightning bolt, like as though she's just using the sword as a gun.
Okay, sounds good. So they are not standing in a line, so you have to choose which one of them are you hitting with this.
That's the one on the left.
Okay, sounds good. That is a modified 20 for their save, so they will be taking half damage.
All right. Half damage. Half of 27.
Okay.
So 13?
Yes.
That was quick math. Be proud of me.
I am proud.
Yay!
Now it is time for these creatures. So the first one is going to their eyes glow, and I need everybody in this room to make a intelligence saving throw.
Mind shield?
Ring of Mind Shielding. Can you read for the class what that does?
Okay. Are you asking me to read this because it's not going to help in this situation, or because you don't know?
Column A and column B. Let's go for it.
While wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying or know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate you only if you allow it. You can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible until another action you can make it visible to remove the ring, or until you die. If you die while wearing this ring, blah, 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 blah. Oh, shit. Your soul enters it, unless it's already housed a soul. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to die.
Wait a second. Has this been your backup plan for Gwen all along?
Gwen has never died.
Gwen has never died. It's never come up.
Sweet. So yeah,
Cannot wait to shove Gwen into a ring.
this
anything-
this ring will do nothing.
If my reading of that tells you anything, I'd never have read that far in the text. Okay, sorry. Intelligence saving throw?
Yes, an intelligence saving throw from Urabuddy.
Oh, boy.
26.
Okay.
Is this being cast within 5 feet of me?
This is not a spell.
Oh, God.
Mind blast.
Is this being frightened?
No.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
What was that, Gwen, about Caelum being the smartest person?
He is. Oh, no.
I got it like an 11.
Okay. So 3
Wait, did
failures.
you guys add 4 to your things?
No.
Oh, 30.
9. Total.
Okay.
Glad I could help.
So that's still 3 failures. So everyone who failed is going to be taking... That is 15 points of psychic damage, and you are each stunned for a minute.
A minute?
A
I saw
minute.
you, Caleb.
A minute,
And
you
can
say?
we save at the end of our turn?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Fine.
So, it is now time for the second Mind Flayer's turn who is in this room. And they are going to come up to... they still see that there is a threat in this room, so they are also going to do their Mind Blast ability. So, for stunned, let me check. Yeah, you guys can still make intelligence saving throws against this. So Caelum, I need all of you to make another set of intelligence saves.
26.
Okay.
8.
13 plus the 4 from Cori would be 17.
Okay.
16.
Okay, so Cori, you are the only one who's going to be taking another round of psychic damage. And that is going to be for 8, 15, 17, 21 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
Okay, and that was it for their turns. Next up is Arjhan. Arjhan, you are stunned. So
We'll
make
try
a
to save.
Yep.
Nope. Also, I forgot to try to save on my concentration, which I failed that too. So cool.
Okay. So Arjhan is still stunned. Gwen, I need another intelligence save.
Another one?
Yep, because you're stunned. So that's all that you can do on your turn, except for the saving throw at the end.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I didn't go off that table. Oh, 8 minus 1 is 7 plus 4 is 12.
You're still stunned.
Shit.
Okay, Caelum, it is you and 2 mind flayers.
Steal and strike, baby.
Okay.
21 for 35.
Okay.
And 18 for... What's going on? There we go. Dice are spinning. 23.
Okay. The remaining 2 mind flayers in this room are no longer present.
As
but-
Caelum finishes up one of the mind flayers, you actually watch as he sinks his fingers into its dome and start just irradiating it with this shadow magic.
Your friends are stunned. This is quite a horrifying experience.
You can't look away now.
All right, and Cori.
All right, I should probably make a save.
Yep, make an intelligence save for me.
Ho-ho. 19.
All right, Cori, you are no longer stunned.
Nice. All right. There's
That
no
is
more
at
mind
the-
flayers left?
Not that you can see. There were only 3 on this floor, and you guys cleared through most of them.
It's the end of my turn.
Arjhan and Gwen are still stunned, but Cori, at the end of your turn, from the hole that the 4 of you have descended into, you see a pair of nice black boots, a very nice suit, and a bald man with an ill-fitting smile levitating down, who just says, "We really don't allow tours of the warehouse this time of year." And Caelum, I need you to make me a save.
Sure. Is this a spell?
This is a spell.
Counter spell. 4th level.
Sweet. Because guess who also has counterspell?
Oh boy. I'm blowing his spell slot, so.
Yes, they are, I believe, let me just check what spell level they are capable of, because they might have to
Roll.
They might have to roll.
Stand ready. Jeff approaches.
Jeffrey is near. Okay, no.
Truly, this is a Merry Christmas. We've been gifted a mage.
They are going to be using a 5th level slot in order to do this.
Cool.
So I need you to make a wisdom save.
29.
Okay. You feel the effects of a dominate monster spell wash over you. Thankfully, you are able to put all that nonsense behind you. Suck it, Jeff. And they are still in the room with you and your friends. However, that was their turn. Arjhan, it is your go again.
$11.
Okay, you are still stunned. Gwen.
Oh,
or
great.
15, I guess, but I think that's still a failure.
15. Let me check. 15 is exactly what you need.
That, Oh, fuck, it's Jeff.
Come on, Gwen. Fucking 8.
Are you adding?
Yes, I'm adding 4. I have a -1.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Gwen's good at hitting things and nothing else.
I sympathize.
Okay. So then, hey, guess what? It's Caelum's turn.
If he feels the effects of a dominate monster on him, he growls, "Never again," and he's going to overcharge Nevermore. Natural 20,
Hoo-wee.
and he's taking 105 points of lightning damage. Or no, Nevermore is
Necrotic, I think.
force, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Jeff takes the brunt of this damage, and you see that he actually like drops down until he is standing, because isn't Nevermore a touch spell?
It's a touch spell, so he would have run up and
Gotcha.
clocked him.
Yeah, so Jeff has now dropped down till he is standing once again, instead of levitating down, and he looks up towards you and just gets a wicked smile on his face. The kind that the Grinch would be proud of, as it curls at the edges and then kind of like almost spirals inward a little bit.
Caelum is 108 now.
Hooray! My boy is growing. Cori,
He's
it is
an
your
adult.
turn.
Cori would like to face step to Jeff.
Okay, and you are still in Raven form, so you can be huffing him.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know what numbers are. It's 15 points?
It is at this point, because you used 4, you're on your 4th one, so that's 4 times your charisma modifier.
20.
Yeah. So you siphon 20 off of this guy. Slort.
I
Gross.
do that. And then I'm going to attack him with the Blade of Wrath. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Okay.
4th level smite. That'll be 13 slashing damage. And then 22 radiant damage. Second attack. 20 to hit.
Okay.
Not a natural one. It's dirty. 14 slashing damage. And then a 3rd level smite. 25 radiant damage.
So Jeff has taken quite a significant amount of damage from the two of you. His nice fitting suit has tattered, has many rips and tears in it. He has a big blast of this force energy that had gotten him into the chest as well. And he begins to laugh and says, "I am one of many." And then you see what look like, it's like there's more inside of him than there is room for. And you see that like parts of his chest begin stretching outward, and there look like tendrils on his face that are also sort of just like coiling out, and then you see them coming from inside of his mouth outward as he adopts a true illithid style. And he speaks directly to you, Cori, through his telepathy, and says, "Even if one Jeff falls, another will rise. There will always be a Jeff." This was telepathy.
Then you'd better get to falling then.
Oh, shit. Okay. So, thankfully, it is him's turn. And And he is going to make an attack against you, Cori. Pachow. So that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right, so his tendrils reach out and lash against your neck and the sides of your face.
Yeah.
And that is going to be for 16 points of psychic damage. And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, no. Oh, no. 11.
All right, Cori, you are stunned until the grapple ends.
This isn't good.
That was it for Jeff's turn. Next up, Arjhan. Arjhan, you are not stunned.
I would like I need a DM ruling.
Sure.
Hunter's Mark is a concentration spell. Favorite foe also requires me to concentrate, but it is not a spell. My gut instinct is telling me that I could not use favorite foe and Hunter's Mark simultaneously.
That is correct. That is the ruling that I have seen from Jeremy Crawford on Twitter. So I would say that that is the correct ruling.
Very well, but I would definitely like to mark Jeff as my favorite foe.
Oh, for
whenever
sure.
I hit him with an attack. 31 will hit him, I'm assuming. For 11 points of damage. Second attack. Natural 20.
Ooh.
For 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Think that's it. Yeah.
Arjhan, something happened while you were stunned. And you hear a voice that says, "I can tell you're a businessman. Wouldn't you like expedited shipping as well for your company? We can make this happen. Do not attack Jeff."
That does sound like a prime business opportunity.
That's it. You just get asked politely, do not attack Jeff. Then next up, Gwen. Gwen, you are still stunned.
No. Nope.
Still stunned?
That's a 13
Okay, with the +3?
with +4.
Well, +4 -1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
Can I still do my ancestral protector while I'm stunned?
While you're stunned, you cannot take actions, bonus actions, or reactions, I believe. Let me check the wording.
Yeah, because you're also incapacitated.
Yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie. Just making sure.
Yes.
I'll be over here, guys. You got this. You're doing great.
Next up, Caelum. Caelum, you have just seen this latch onto Coriander.
Yeah, why not? 6th level, nevermore.
Okay.
That's a 22
Yeah, 22 will hit.
for 47 force.
Holy shit. Okay. Jeff is looking not great.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's all I can really do.
Okay. Cori, you are stunned because of this grapple.
When one is stunned, they are incapacitated. They cannot move. They cannot speak. They automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. And attack rolls against them have advantage.
All right. The intelligence save does not allow you to repeat at the end of your turn for this grapple, so it is once again Jeff's turn. And Cori, you also hear that same voice that Arjhan heard directly going into his dome that says, "Why, you could be Jeff, if you so desired. Think of it. A group of people at your disposal willing to spread good cheer and joy as far as the eye can see. That's what you want, isn't it?"
Cori currently has tentacles on her face. This is not the right time.
Oh, it's the right time for Jeff, though.
It's always a prime time.
As he brings your face closer to his own, you see a small lamprey-like mouth as your head is forced downward, and he attempts to use his extract brain attack against you.
Sorry, that fails. Cori has none.
That just means it'll be really easy to sip out. So he has advantage against the attack. So that is a 24 to hit you.
Definitely hits.
Okay, so then let me see. I did not have that many dice on hand. I don't know why. So Cori, you are going to be taking 47 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
You still up?
Yeah, I am.
Good. Because it would have been bad if you had been reduced to 0 by this thing.
Oh, for sure.
But now there is a definite, you can feel the teeth kind of like gnawing on your forehead trying to get in.
Not like...
Bad leech. Next up, Arjhan.
Well, I have to say, I do think this is a prime time to kindle a wonderful business operation, but something about this just makes me twitch. This is bad. I can't get inspiration because it's not my game, but what I can do is I can use bonus action to cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And make some attacks on Jeff.
And Hail of Thorns is like a buckshot style?
Yeah.
All right, so Jeff is currently grappled onto Cori. So you would be hitting your good friend Cori.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, she's stunned. She's fine. And also Caelum, because he was over there casting melee attacks.
Are you concentrating on anything?
Do it.
Either of you? Okay.
I'm not concentrating on anything.
All right.
Except murder.
Is it 23 going to hit?
Oh, yeah. I think that'll hit everybody here.
Okay. Well, first off, he's going to be taking 17 points of damage.
Okay.
I will need a dex save, which Cori is going to fail if she's incapacitated or stunned.
Jeff gets a 14.
That is not enough.
Okay.
I got a 0.
Okay, so
Or no, a 4.
So everybody's going to be taking 9 points of piercing damage. On top of that.
I reduced it by 3.
So, Arjhan, what does it look like when you blast Jeff for the final time?
Oh, I'd like to think he just goes up and like point blank shotgun blasts Jeff as soon as he does that horrible, horrible pun.
I'm here for it. So horrible pun bespoke. Cori, you feel Jeff like reel back off of you. You also are like poked full of holes from Arjhan's shotgun blast. But Jeff sort of like recoil ragdolls off. And then just collapses onto the ground, writhes a little bit, and then just ceases movement.
There's like a cork popping noise as he disconnects.
There are teeth marks in a circular fashion, just dead center of your forehead.
Lay on hands.
All right.
For the lot, she's gonna do a lay on hands for all of it.
How's it 10?
Still fails.
I think that's the 4th time I rolled.
Bless.
Well, you got 6 more for the minute to be up. But out of combat, I feel like you guys could just either like let this minute go if Gwen will like historically fail every single save.
My next one was a save, just so you know.
Okay, cool.
I rolled an 18 on the next one. Ah! Oh!
Ah!
We should probably keep trying to find the presents.
Did we win?
Sort of.
Solid.
Caelum's gonna take the portable hole and drape it over Jeff's body and then fold it up again.
Okay.
Holy shit! That's awesome!
Yep. You have taken the body of Jeff. Jeff the Mind Flayer. So, on this area of the ship that you are currently on, looking around, you can kind of see that there is, now that things have subsided a little bit, you can see that there is what looks like a table that has been set up, and on this table you can see that there are 3 of these nautiloid ships. There is an expanse of land, some woods, and then a tower resting there. And it seems like there are other nautiloid ships that are off of this map that look like they were in the process of getting closer. Because these bits and pieces aren't being moved physically. It seems like they are kind of moving on their own, and you can just see ever so slightly that there are several making their way towards here, but they have not made their way to the Holiday Nexus just yet. And you also see that there is another hole in this floor that leads down below as well. And this looks like it would actually get you closer to the cargo decks, or at least the cargo deck where you would assume the presents are being held. And Cori and Arjhan, the 2 of you here,
Reinforcements are on the way. You could simply acknowledge our shipping practices as superior.
Ignored.
okay.
Read at
Seen
9:39.
Left unread.
So, Caelum, you are the first person to jump down below, and when you do, you can see that there's quite a sight in this room. You can see that there are a pile of packages on one side of the room and a pile of packages on the other, between the right and the left. To the back of the room, there's no other real way to describe this. There is a brain that is sitting in a large pool of brine, and this brain looks like it would be even larger than something like a Fomorian would be able to keep inside of their giant skull. And there are 2 of these mind flayers that are standing next to them, one of which has one of these small packages opened, and there is a black tadpole-like thing being moved from the briny pools of this brain that is being deposited into the package. They close it and then set it into the secondary pile. Caelum, you were the first person in this room. What are you doing?
Are they doing what I think they're doing? They want to ship out little sluggies to kids all over the world?
It's our
It is a Primarch membership.
He casts Moonfire on those presents,
Okay.
which is a giant hunk of ice.
Right, it is the equivalent of a fireball, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty, so... Well, thankfully, I already had initiative set up for these guys, so... Caelum... We'll just use initiative from last time. And... Let me see... Yep, okay.
I'll
All right,
just take
so-
this time to do all of my lay on hands clicking. Thanks, D&D Beyond.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. So,
It's the
Caelum, what
gift
is
that keeps on
the
giving.
DC?
Fuck. DC Dex 16.
Okay. So the brain makes it, but the mind flayers do not. It seems like this is a weirdly dexterous brain. But yeah, 2 failures, 1 success.
Brain
I have a
shield.
question.
Sorry.
Does it jiggle like a bowl full of jello?
Slurp, 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 slurp.
I'm making a lot of Christmas references, and I feel like nobody's getting them.
I don't like Jello, so I never had it for Christmas.
It's Santa. When he laughs, his belly
It's
laughs
like a
like
bowl
a
full of Jenny.
jello. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning.
No.
This is not
No?
what this is referencing.
I did that really. Never mind. Go on. The humbug.
Ice ball.
32 points of cold damage for the fail, 16 on a success.
Okay. So okay. Boo-boo. 16, you said?
For
Yes.
a save, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good. So, boop, 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 boop. Okay, so Caelum, that was you rushing in. Next up in the initiative order is Cori, who I'm guessing would be jumping down right after him. And
Anybody
you
here
also
look
see
like
this abysmal thing unfold.
I see. Does anybody here look like a spellcaster?
You do not see any of them that are innately spellcasty.
Well, in that case, I'd like to line up for a lightning bolt. I think I could get the brain and at least 1 illithid.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bazap.
Okay.
If anybody's played Guild Wars 2, it's the mystic attacking with a greatsword animation. Bazap.
They both fail.
Cool. Here comes some damage. This is 8d6 lightning damage. That's going to be 28.
Okay. Sounds good. Excellent. Next up is the Mind Flayer, who has not been bazapped. And hey, Caelum, Cori, anybody else who is on the second floor? Need some intelligence saves.
Oh.
Not me, right? I'm still up on the other floor, right?
Yep, the only 2 who have been able to drop down so far are our elves.
That's another 30.
That's another 11.
Okay. Cori, you are once again stunned. As this thing just puts his hands up to its head and gives the old blasty boots. You are going to be taking 22 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
As this happened. And then next up, Arjhan. Arjhan, you have just seen a reverberating wave of psychic energy pulse out.
Okay, I would like to drop down and start shooting.
Okay,
This is the first round of a new initiative, right?
it is. You're using the same numbers as the old one, but
Great. That means I get a Dread Ambusher. So yeah, I would like to shoot the brain and mark it as my favorite foe if and when I hit. You know what? I'm also before I make an attack, I would like to Hail of Thorns at 4th level.
Okay.
So, yeah, make my first attack. Does a 27 hit the brain?
A 27 does indeed hit the brain.
All right, so that's going to be 18 points of damage for the first attack, with an additional. I need everybody to make a dex save within 5 feet of the brain.
Okay. That would be the 2 mind flayers. One of them failed. One of them succeeded.
24 points of piercing damage on a failure. 12 points on a success.
Okay. So
the brain and the mind flayers.
Yes. The brain also failed. So the brain is going to take 24, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So 24. Ba-ba. Okay, so the creature that had been blasted with lightning has now suffered enough damage that they just collapse and are kind of like spilled over into the brain's pool.
All right. 25 is also going to hit the brain.
Okay, yeah.
For 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And well, the first one was my Dread Ambush. 32 is going to hit for 15 points.
Okay. Sounds good.
That is my turn.
All right, so at the end of your turn, the brain is going to use a legendary action
Oh, fuck.
to psychically pulse in your brain, Arjhan, as you take 11 points of psychic damage. Gwen, it is your turn.
I jump down.
Okay, you see Cori is stunned. There are a bunch of packages. Some of these packages look like they were in the process of getting these little black tadpole thingies dunked into them. There is a large brain at the end of the way that also has these like coarse black tendrils coming up from a briny pool wrapped over it. And Arjhan is kind of like, has just taken some psychic damage as well.
But he's attacking the brain?
Yes, he looks like he is attacking the brain.
Alright, I'd like to use my bonus action to manifest an echo.
Okay.
And then I would like to attack the brain if I can get there.
Yeah, you can definitely get up to the brain.
Recklessly! Alright, the first one is a 24.
Okay.
The second one is... Oh, no. The second one is a 17.
17 also hits.
Oh, cool. I'll also unleash an incarnation to have Greybeard attack it from where he is.
GB?
Oh, I'm sorry, Grayskull. I've gone so many episodes without making that mistake. That's a 29 to hit.
Okay. All of those hit.
Okay, so the first two... Oh, I only have 2D. Okay. That was a 2, so that's a 1. Okay. So that's going to be 19 on the first attack, 16 on the second attack, and it's a 2. It's a 2. Wait, do I reroll all of the 2s?
Just your first one, your first set of 1s and 2s.
Okay, so that's 12 damage on the third attack.
Okay.
Gwen just wants to hit things, and she hasn't had a chance to, so...
Well, good. Because this creature, you are right up on it. That is all that it really wants out of this. That is its happy, magical Christmas land.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh. Wait. Shit. Uh-oh. That's the end of my turn.
I need everyone to make another intelligence saving throw. As this brain just ripples with psychic energy.
13.
A nat 20!
Also a nat 20.
Yes! Thank you, Lauren.
24.
Okay. everyone except the person who is already stunned is going to be fine and will not be taking any damage during this. Cori, you, however, are going to be taking a total of 35 points of psychic damage.
-9 and half of the rest.
Okay, hold on.
What was it?
35.
35 minus 9.
9
It's
and then half of
26.
the rest.
26.
So
and then half.
13.
13.
Thank you. She already has such a headache.
Okay. That was its action. Next step is Caelum.
Steel Wind Strike 5th level. Here we go. Illithid 1 gets a 15 to hit.
15 just hits, and there is only one Illithid left besides the brain. Yes.
Well, 25 points of force damage.
Okay.
And the brain gets a 21
Okay.
for... Please stop spinning. Thank you. 34 points of force.
Okay. Sounds good. Then at the end of your turn, it is going to use a tentacle attack. As Gwen, you are right up on the edge of this pit. You have been doing nothing but wanting to hit this thing, as you so loudly suggested. So it is going to try and make an attack towards you. So that is a 16 to hit.
That just hits my AC. It's never usually that close.
You take 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you are grappled.
So he thinks.
This is exactly where I want it to be. Merry
Yes.
Christmas to me. And that was its legendary action. So then next up is Cori.
Okay.
Cori, so make your intelligence save.
Ooh, 22.
You saved! Hooray!
She shakes herself out of it.
Sweet deal. He's going to use another legendary action for a tentacle. Cori, does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay, so this tendril shoots out of the briny pool, having grappled onto Gwen and reeled her in, and attempts to do the same to you. Thankfully, though, you've finally shaken off this paralysis. This ship sucks, but you are able to get that taken care of. No issue. So that was it for its turn. Next up is this old Mind Flayer, who is going to approach you, Caelum, and they are going to make a tentacle attack towards you. So, Caelum, does an 18 hit?
Don't if I shield.
Okay. Are you shielding?
Yeah, I'm shielding.
Okay, sounds good. So,
This brain is staying firmly in my cabeza. Thank you very much.
All right. So it is not able to do that towards you. Then next up, at the end of that Mind Flayer's turn, it is going to psychically pulse Arjhan again. So Arjhan, you are going to be taking 10 points of psychic damage. And that is the end of the round. So at the top, Arjhan.
I would like to. How many Mind Flayers are up? Just one?
Just one. And then Gwen is currently being hoisted towards the brain above the briny pool filled with the little black tadpoles.
Is she within 5 feet?
She is within 5 feet of the creature, yes.
Is she stunned?
She is grappled, but not stunned.
Cool. So you'll get advantage on dex save, right? Okay.
Yes, if I can see it.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
3rd level Hail of Thorns for my bonus action, for my action, I would like to shoot.
Okay.
How's an 8?
An 8 does not succeed. That's fine. A 30 is gonna hit.
Oh yeah.
I would like to remark this as my favorite foe. Because I lost concentration on that. And then it's going to be taking 16 points of piercing damage. And then I need the other Mind Flayer, Gwen, who has failed, to make dex saves. DC 16.
Okay.
I did not make it.
It would if it had more health than that. It had 12 left when you shot it.
Okay, but the Mind Flayer still needs to...
Yes, the Mind Flayer got a 12 on its save.
Okay, that's not enough. It will be taking 18 points, and so will Gwen.
All right, that Mind Flayer goes down.
What kind of damage was it? I'm sorry.
Piercing.
18.
Yeah,
Gwen,
18 piercing.
The tendril around you that this brain had hoisted you up with and was pulling you in closer suddenly goes limp. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because of danger sense as you begin tumbling towards this briny pool full of these little black tadpoles.
How's an 18?
An 18 is good. You are able to land very quickly onto the ledge and kind of like lean forward, doing the like arm motioning like no, back from it. So you are thankfully not dunked in the brain juice. But as soon as this final shot is dealt into the brain itself, and Gwen, you land and can feel yourself like starting to teeter. You're not the only one who feels yourself starting to teeter. As the ship begins to list, and it looks like you just destroyed its navigation center.
Guys, this is what we wanted to happen, right? Is Cori okay?
Yep, I'm fine. Quick, let's get to a window.
Is there a window?
You have not seen any windows
on this. Is there a
on
sphincter?
There is on the top, or if you go way to the back, but that actually would probably lead inside of its shell.
Oh boy.
We
We have to go up!
quickly.
Up and out!
Caelum's gonna quickly grab the presents that haven't been tadpoled and cram them into the hole.
The hole.
Yeah.
Okay, and they all just fall on top of Jeff's lifeless body.
He's gonna press a hand against the hull and try casting a Nevermore at 7th level against it.
Gwen
Make an
looks
attack
at
roll.
him, looks at her axe.
22?
22 to hit?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll hit.
sure. Oh. 52 points of force damage.
Okay. There is a large dent now on the inside of this hole where you have used this spell from the sheer amount of force damage. And somewhere deep inside of this ship, you hear a pained groaning. And it seems like the ship is alive, as you probably guessed.
Oh, I tried.
Do we need to try and jump on one of the other ships?
Can we steer this at all?
I don't think so.
Unless you want to get hooked up to the ship.
And you can feel it just like beginning to tilt.
Okay, I have a question, DM.
Yes.
Does my strength transfer when I'm flying?
Yes.
Caelum?
Not to like where you could grab your own shirt, throw yourself up in the air, and then just keep throwing yourself for the...
Right.
Yeah.
Caelum? Cast fly on me.
Or on everybody.
Yeah, I mean, do that.
Or everybody but me.
Does the
Then
ship
you're gonna have to ride with Arjhan.
does the ship count as
No.
a creature?
It do.
For spell slot purposes, you're gonna have to ride on Arjhan because
No.
I'm out of 5th level spell slots.
No, I'm gonna move this ship and crash it into the other ones. I'm the only one strong enough to do it.
How far is it from the other two creatures?
There would probably be at least a 60-foot breadth from one cargo or one like dock or deck to the other.
So, scatter specifies creatures, but it doesn't put a limit on what size of creature you can cast.
Are they
scatter
creatures
on.
that you can see?
I mean, I can see this one.
Yes. You do know where this one is.
Stand by. I mean, don't stand by. Go on. But this is in my mind now.
I need you to cast it on me so that I can move the ship into the other ships. I'm the only one strong enough to do it.
You know what? Fine. He casts Fly on Gwen and Cori.
Okay.
Gwen is going to fly out of this ship and steer it so it's going to fall into another one. I don't think she's smart enough to be able to do the pool math to be able to like hit that one so it falls into that one, but we're going to go with the first one.
Okay.
1 into 1.
In the meantime, the rest of us can be climbing on top of it.
Yeah, sure. So as you are getting onto the deck of the first ship, Gwen, Superman style, you just whip around to the side and begin pushing. I need you to make an athletics check.
Am I still raging?
Say you could enter a rage before doing this.
Let's do it. Not that I need it.
Just have Grayskull like punching you in the shoulder to keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. How is this is an athletic check? How's it? 21.
A 21. It is listing. Thankfully, with your 21, you are able to at least like push it until it is listing roughly in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are pushing it, you hear what sounds like wind rushing from directly above where you are. And you see coming through what looks just like a ripple on water, but in the sky, the bow of another ship. This ship is of a much different design, though. This is a much more familiar design. And pushing through, you see a Githyanki vessel. And aboard this Githyanki, you see two familiar individuals, both Bill and Ted, just, "Hey, how's it going?" And they wave down towards you. And as they are waving, like a streak of red against this otherwise nighted sky, you watch as Rasa sails through. And seeing these nautiloids, not taking the time to say hello, knowing that she has a job to do, will fly down to the base of the third nautiloid, the one that you are not able to push one into the other. And the tendrils on the front spear begin to separate and try and grip out towards her. And she is just like kicking down with her back feet, tearing into the base hull of this ship until she can make at least the slightest bit of purchase. And you see a deep flame rumbling in her gut, up her throat, and then just her head's like shaking back and forth as this deep ancient elemental fire just fills this nautiloid. And from the opened maw of the front side, you actually see flames coming out for just a moment as she just incinerates the shit out of this ship. And now all three of these ships are falling. And Bill and Ted jump down from their ships, and for any survivors on the middle vessel that currently has your guys' nautiloid being pushed into it, the two of them working in tandem is a sight to behold in and of itself. There is a lot of flourishing, but it looks like one of them has like taken on more of like a barbarian style. And like seeing Gwen just like closes his eyes, shakes his head back and forth, just ah! And then charges forward, and they just go into the deck of the second ship.
Gwen's gonna run up and grab Caelum because he's the only one who doesn't fly, right?
I think Arjhan grabbed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then I will fly next to my kin in a triangular pattern as we watch them destroy these ships.
Should we try and get the presence of the other ships?
I think we might just have to make more.
Yeah, fair enough.
Really quick, Caelum's gonna dimension door onto the Githyanki ship.
Okay. There are 3 Githyanki that are
okay.
currently in a meditative stance. That one of them sort of like opens their eyes towards you and then closes it again as they're and just, are you the one who requested backup?
Yes.
We appreciate this gift.
Well, consider it Yule tides, and he'll pull out the hole, jump in, grab Jeff, and huck him out. This one is trying to spread their
After
tadpoles.
we are done piloting these vessels, I cannot concentrate on flight while you are talking to me about this.
Sits down and waits.
Okay. And after about 10 minutes tops between Rasa, Bill and Ted the Githyanki, and your group, you are able to successfully destroy the this remaining armada, or this remaining set of trade ships. And as you do, as Rasa finishes igniting, she'll actually like fly up next to you, Arjhan, and she expresses that she is happy to see you. Even with the circumstances, then you see like a mind flayer trying to run off the deck, and she just is like, hold on, goes down.
Arjhan tries to snipe it first.
Yeah. Make an attack roll. If yours is higher than hers, you'll get it.
21.
She got a 3 on the die, so Arjhan, as she
I had an
goes
8.
to like swat at it, just pop! And she like looks at you like you just took my kill, but then she realizes that you're using the crossbow that she gave her, and she's like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like there is a moment of acknowledgement between the two of you. And very quickly, again, these vessels just sort of collide down into the ground below. And the Githyanki vessel also does a gentle circle, sets down onto the snow, and Rasa is just going to like breath weapon flame as many ships as she can until they are nothing but wreckage.
Gwen is like right behind her doing like rock, hands up in the air.
Tiefling
like,
horns.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah!
She's doing like making the Bill and Ted air guitar with Bill and Ted. Mm-hmm.
Wild Githyanki! So yes, as this is all happening, Caelum, now that the ship is rested onto the ground, the one that was meditating, speaking to you, takes a deep sigh. I do apologize, but trying to focus on flight and new information is still a process. The Queen, again, thanks you for letting her know of a new hunting ground, he says as he looks around the empty space.
New hunting ground, new quarry. This particular Illithid wanted to ship out a lot of their tadpoles using gifts.
And who provided this? Did you say its name was Jeff?
Yes.
And who provided this Jeff with these presents?
Unknown.
They look at you, kind of squint. Then we will be wary of all gifts that we see on the material plane, for they could be Jeff's tricks.
Caelum will nod his head. Well,
Do you know of any more of these beings here?
No, from the information we gathered, there were only 3 ships in the sky.
They nod. Are you familiar with the ruler of these lands?
Yes. Would you like to initiate talks with them?
An introduction would be in order.
Okay. Yeah. Caelum will hop off the ship and motion for them to follow.
Okay. And when you motion for them to follow, they all get off the ship. One of them will stay behind. And you see that as you are all leaving its presence, there is a cloaking effect that seems to go over the ship. Like, you recognize this as a hallucinatory terrain spell to kind of hide its presence. And at this point, Rasa is back up with your group, and Bill and Ted are also there, and they are like, "Yeah, that was awesome!" Like, they are like definitely chatting it up with you, Gwen. They don't believe they've ever met you before, but they like your style. You were gone on that session, but they are very excited to meet somebody who is of a similar mindset when it comes to battle strategy. And together, your group is able to make it back to Santaur's fortress. And when you arrive, Baba Farrell has changed from the very tattered, worn Fomorian clothes that she had before, and is now wearing like a nice red sweater that seems very cozy. She has, again, like kind of thicker leggings on as well. She just looks very cozy. And that purplish skin that you associate with her as a night hag seems to be lessening in color. And she has set out what looks just like cups of hot cocoa. There are other beverages and bereavements, that sort of thing, that you are able to indulge yourselves upon. And Santaurs, both real and mechanical, are there to greet you as well. And Santaur comes out just with a deep-hearted laugh as he sees the lot of you, and just says, "That was a sight to behold! What the hell?" And like points up towards the giant red dragon that's there.
You wanted our help. This is what you get, man.
That's incredible. Really.
And like looks at the fortress. We might have room for everyone.
Yeah, I just want to say, if next time you have, mind flayer problems, you might want to call in the professionals, pointing back at Rasa and the Gith.
And the Gith end up looking towards Santaur and say, "Are you the ruler of this place?"
Yes, I am.
We have a feeling that from this area, you have access to many facets of the multiverse. Is this correct?
Yes.
And this is a relatively safe place, minus the Jeff incident. Is this also correct? And Santaur sort of like furrows his brow.
Just like eyeing Santaur.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Answer yes, I dare you.
Hey,
Remoraz out there.
I have a question. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but this is kind of like a holy ground. Like, a lot of people really like depend on this area. You guys don't have like ill intentions being here, right?
We are guardians.
Good.
We make sure that places like this do not succumb to the powers of the Illithid or this Jeff individual.
Fuck that guy. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure you weren't, like, edging for more territory, okay?
We seek to, if allowed, have a post here. A station, if you will. You would have a set of defenders at your disposal, and in return, all we ask is for a jumping ground. Santaur just, and looks towards Mechanus Santaur, and Mechanus Santaur nods and says, it would be fortuitous to have more guardians. And Santaur just sort of like shakes his head and laughs and says, yeah. Make yourselves at home out there, I guess. If you need anything, please let me know. I do owe you a great debt. A debt that the Queen will surely call upon one day. But for now, this will suffice. And you see that this gift does not smile, but there is like a little bit of their voice as they are speaking that would denote that they are pleased with this interaction.
Santaur, we weren't able to get all the presents back. They were doing bad things with them.
Santaur, he looks deflated when you say this. And he says, I just wanted to make sure everyone was able to get them all at the same time.
Right. Well,
And
you have time distortion powers, right? I mean, if we all work really hard, can we save it?
And Baba Farrell looks at you, looks at Santaur, and says, he has time, and like brushes her hand away. And then goes up to Santaur and like puts a hand on the side of his face and says, how about instead of trying to do it all at once, you make it span out for 7 to 10 days? That way you can make sure everyone gets it in a timely fashion, but you aren't so constricted in doing the things that you're interested in doing.
Or even like 12.
Or like 8 nights.
Some modicum of nights.
Well,
8
I
to 12.
I really liked everybody opening them all at once. That was, like, that's the important part.
And Baba Farrell, like, wags a finger in front of his face and says, you have lost the importance of being a toy maker, Archfey. The purpose of making toys is not to ensure that everyone opens theirs at the same time. The purpose is to bring joy regardless of the time of year. I will stay and help you with this. I will help you understand this, so that way, as they pointed out, you do not have another Jeff situation on your hands. And I also do not have to go back to a revolution that would surely see me stabbed. Santaur kind of slowly nods.
You know, you make a lot of sense.
And she, like, pats the side of his cheek and says, I know I do. Now, who wants cocoa?
I'll take mine to, well, over there. Santaur, do you have any maps and charts of where you deliver?
And when you say that, Santaur is like, and looks towards the large computer setup that he has. And Mechanus Santaur, their mouth extends down and open like a nutcracker. And you see a bright gem on the inside begin to glow. And it fills the space around you with a map of, as far as Mechanus Santaur is aware, the known multiverse. It is a collection of crystal spheres.
Cool. Caelum's gonna take whatever time they have to try and optimize a route for just this one Yuletide.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
26.
Okay. So, Caelum, you are able to, knowing that you're going to be working with a set of days, somewhere between 12 to 7, as far as Santaur's shipment time is made available, you are able to better organize a route between these separate places. And you kind of get like a brief rundown on certain areas, being like, oh, we can't go here. That's the plane of fire. Only certain Santaurs can actually deliver over here. That sort of thing. So it does take you a little bit of time, but you do work with them enough that you were able to help secure a route. Gwen, what would you like to be doing as this Santaur adventure begins to wrap up?
I think Gwen's gonna try and help make toys as much as she can,
Okay.
or encourage people who are making toys.
Do you have any kind of artisan tools?
Well, that's a good question.
She has panpipes.
I have a dice set and flutes. And a
Okay.
flute.
Awesome. So if you wanted to help out with toys, that would be a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, okay.
And if
Alright.
you wanted to help people make toys faster, you could either do an intimidation or a performance check, depending on how you would like to get them into shape to make said toys.
Well, I got a 14 for sleight of hand.
Okay, so for sleight of hand, Gwen, you are able... What kind of toys are you making? Because you can't make anything that has, like, any kind of articulation. These are kind of going to be very much, like, little totems.
Yeah. I'm gonna make,
And are you making them for, like, children's, or are you making them for your friends?
absolutely for children, because Gwen is not that skilled. But I'm gonna make what is the creature that the Goliath use as
Auroch.
Auroch? She's gonna make a bunch of little Auroch things out of her with her little hatchet and some wood. She's gonna make sure one of them gets to her brother.
Okay. And then, Cori, is there anything that you're doing?
She's going to make sure that a shipment of toys is delivered to some Eldrin children. I mean, I guess there's not any Eldrin children in the back at the Revolution right now. They Toy Maker made sure the only Eldrin child that was there got out, right?
Yeah.
Gift to her.
Yeah, she'll make sure something special goes to Bianca.
Okay. And Arjhan, what are you doing?
I would like to assist with the toy making, in that I would like to use my alchemy supplies to create the D&D equivalent of 5-hour energy.
That sounds like a perfect gift for children. Let's do that alchemy roll.
Well, I was thinking more for the
for
goblins.
the toy makers. Got it. Okay, yeah.
But I mean,
Arjhan's instant energy.
It's like a haste spell.
Wisdom?
I would
Wisdom
say
alchemy?
this is a wisdom. It would be like a medicine check, probably. And if you aren't skilled in medicine, then you would gain proficiency with it through your tools.
Yeah, a wisdom check with alchemy.
Yeah.
So plus 8, 20.
Okay. Yeah, Arjhan, you have felt the effects of a haste spell before. You've had coffee before. You've had a variety of potent beverages and teas. You're fairly certain you have a good idea how to do this. So you spend the next little bit of time actually making these 5-hour energies for all of the goblin workers.
Long rest energy.
Oh yeah, long rest energy. They love it. They think this is great. Have you, in the movie The Iron Giant, when the young kid Hogarth first tries espresso, like they are just like shaking, being like, this is great. Like they are so full of energy at this point. And after you've done, finished distributing this, you hear the telltale sounds of very, very large, draconic paws making their way through the snow towards you. And Rasa approaches you, and says that she was very glad that she got to see you again. She didn't think that she was going to, but on the material planes, apparently there is a tradition of giving gifts when you are excited to see someone. And she hands you a small bundle. It is not wrapped very well. It looks like it is like a scarf wrapped up on something. And when you open it, it is a finely made dragon chess board.
Oh. Well, thank you, Rasa.
And she nods and says, the gift you gave me was a new hunting ground.
Are you sure you don't want to expertly cut Jim?
And like her eyes get really big, and then like kind of like turns her head away and says, that would be nice, but it's not necessary.
No, I will reach into my bag of holding and pull out a ruby that is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
If you like it, you should put a ring on it.
And she takes it and looks at it, and then clutches it in her draconic hand and tells you thank you. And should you ever meet again, she would like to play chess once more. And does anybody else have anything that you would like to do during this Santaur side story?
Just tell Santaur thank you and you're welcome, and you know, it's cool to see you again.
And he laughs and says, you'll see me again.
All right, dude. Just
Wait, what? Cori will give Baba Farrell her heartfelt thanks.
And Baba Farrell just sort of like dismisses it, like, you do not need to thank me. I was simply doing the mother's bidding.
I don't think anything that we did there would have been possible without you. So thank you, Tourmaker.
And she smiles and tells you, be careful. And make sure those surfacers can experience the seasons once again.
I promise.
And she will gently put a hand onto your shoulder. And that is when Mechanus Santaur will approach, and they have a stopwatch. And they wind the stopwatch and then look towards you and say, you wish to be returned to the exact moment, correct?
yes, please.
Yes.
And they click onto the stopwatch, and you see the hands beginning to wind, and they go very quickly. And as they do, a portal of golden light appears underneath the four of you. This is very much more of like a Mechanus themed winter than it is Santaur's specific summoning circles. And with that, you feel yourselves being wreathed in this golden light. And with the sound of bells and merriment, you are taken from where you are, and then are immediately standing back in the center of the arena of the Dyson's amphitheater, minus Caelum, who had gone up and to investigate the body of Ardent and stand next to Osmond, the voice of the revolution, who looks like they are just winding down from the speech that they have given. And that is where we will call it for tonight's holiday special. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by and join us for this wonderful excursion through the holiday nexus. I had a blast, but I always have a blast whenever these people are on the show. So hey, Caelum, RJ, where can I find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ here on the channel. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes stream video games with my friends. You can catch me here always on Mondays as Caelum, the Shatterkai Wizard Cleric. This Thursday, we're doing Elegant Magic over at G Game Nights, where I play Jarvis Hawk. He's a magic thief boy who wants to get out of the family business. And Saturday, we're not doing anything. Sunday morning, you can catch me over at the Hype Goblins channel, where I play Rollin Grandbrook. He is a cleric, sorcerer, half-elf who is a monster fucker. And hey, guess what? Second weekend guesting on Rime of the Frostmaidens here on the Indoor Adventures. DanaeKeener.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm LBHackEmUp. You can follow me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters and the Twitches. I am going to be streaming next, probably tomorrow evening on GGK. I don't think I'm going to be streaming during the day. I have life stuff to do. And then on Thursday, I'll be streaming. Lauren and I will be doing a little bit of Jackbox gaming on our channel. And gosh, I will probably be drunk and it'll be great because New Year's Eve. And then on New Year's Day, we're going to be doing a very special game that I will let Indoor talk a little bit more about. But I will be playing a snowman, Sam the Snowman. And then on GGK on Sunday for Slaying 101, where we have the B Squad. Everyone's playing their secondary characters. And I've decided that I'm going to have everyone sit down and like go around the circle and like tell us a little about yourself. But in the most college way that you can think of. So it's going to be great. DanaeKeener.com.
Hoi!
I'm Cyber. You can find most of my stuff at cyberwolf1.live, like my Twitch. I play video games badly and talk about lore. This Saturday, we're coming back to a longer series. I'm going to be playing Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I will probably be doing a lot of push-ups while I do the game because it's a square game. Of course I gotta do that. Why not? Get swole. New Year's, same bullshit as last one. Archives are on YouTube. Pay attention to at Let's Talk About Pod and Let's Talk About It YouTube and on Spotify, because there might be a new episode coming out before the end of the year. I'm hoping that I get the next episode out before the end of the year. Fingers crossed. It's gonna be a very different episode, but very good. Check out Jabroni TV and all of the cool people there. They're all doing really cool things. Eventually we'll get more videos out. Eventually. But man, on-demand content is hard to edit. For the games I'm in, I'm here. I'm here on Mondays. Hey, you found us. Good for you. I'm also here on Thursdays. We doing one on Thursday? I didn't prep for one on Thursday, but maybe. I got time. And that's it for now. Eventually on a Tuesday, we'll be back playing Werewolf the Apocalypse on High Shelf Gaming. But for now, that's all, folks. DanaeKeener.com.
Speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hi everybody, I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. I'm posting a lot of art right now, so you want to go over there and check it out, see what I've been up to for the past year. I play as Cori under the Legend Paladin on Mondays, and this Sunday you can find me right here during what would normally be our Tomb of Annihilation slot. Long gone. Now it's Icewind Dale, and I'm running it. So come and check that out. See what these guys are getting up to. Satan prides herself on doing something called oh shoot, what did she call it?
She just waves and says hello to the monsters as they arrive.
Exactly. Like she talks to the monsters. We haven't rolled initiative once, which I'm gonna try and rectify. But yeah, that's it. DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. This week, we got a pretty full lineup going. So on Monday nights, you already found us. Hey, guess what? It's our Four Keeps campaign. This Wednesday, we have our Monster Noir game holiday special being run by Graybeard of Graybeard at Graybeard Tavern. On Thursday, we might be having Acquisitions Incorporated game or Tyrant Security. I don't know if we are or not, but we'll figure that out. Stay tuned. And on Friday, hey, guess what? We liked doing it last year. We're doing it again this year. Our dear friend Jordan, PH is silent in the middle of the Forgotten Realms Explained YouTube series, is going to be running a Dungeon Crawl Classics Christmas adventure that has to do with like candy worms this year. It's going to be crazy. Our other dear friend Lex Mandrake is going to be joining us as a guest as well. So if you like either of those people and you're interested in Dungeon Crawl Classics, feel free to come on by. Oh yeah, LB, Danae is going to be there. I think RJ is going to be there. I don't know. I've never played DCC before. I don't know what that's about, but we'll find out. So, here's hoping for the best. And then on Sunday, hey, you already heard about it. We got Icewind Dale that we're doing as well. So again, we got a bunch of content that's going to be coming out this week. So feel free to go to our YouTube at youtube.com/indooradventures or anywhere audiocasts are made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. Catch up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we play every week. And of course, you can always go to patreon.com/indooradventures to catch up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us at that Patreon, and we will do our best to respond in kind. But with that, I would like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by. Thank you to these players for putting up with my bullshit once again this year. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. I hit the button.